There are only two types of single men in this world. Number one are those who are emotionally unavailable or still getting over their ex or doesn't believe in commitment. Number two are married men. Married men act like the most single person on this planet.
And one thing about men, they don't care about ruining your life. They'll do that over and over and over again. Do they have no remorse? When does it end?
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 650.
Oh, you're joking, right?
No.
You're joking.
Yours is not 4. Come on.
Time on social media going back and forth with women talking about how you hate women that wear makeup, you hate women that do this. The only time I've ever heard of a group of people spend a lot of time focusing on another group of people they hate is slavery. And what is it? They want it to be us. Okay, so if a man does all of that and talks about his hatred for women so loudly and overtly, I'm going to go with the wild assumption that you want to be us, and I don't want no man that want to be me, baby.
And one thing modern women are going to have to start learning and understanding is that men remember when I tell you my feelings and you try to use my feelings and my emotions against me as leverage. I remember that.
Guy does this when he's trying to ask for my number or ask me out on a date. It's an immediate no. Women can tell instantly when you're doing this. It's when a guy approaches you and you know that he's interested in you. There's one key part of it that makes or breaks it. Is he talking to me just to wait for a pause to ask for my number or ask me on a date? Or is he actually talking to me and paying attention to my answers? You come up to me and pretend that you want to start a conversation with me, but after my first answer, you just ask for my phone number, it's going to be a no. Make sure if you're approaching her with a compliment or a question, it's actually sincere.
What is your ideal way to meet a man?
Honestly, not on the dating apps. Okay. I'm not a huge dating app girl. I've been on like 2 dates off dating app, but those didn't really go that well. I mean, walking down the street, like literally anywhere, you can meet people literally anywhere. So.
And that's right. If you're open to people, and like if someone approaches you, is there a way that a man has approached you that's the right way and a way that isn't the right way?
I mean, no. As long as they're just being their genuine selves and not like super weird about it. Like, no, I feel like anything's fine. For me, they just have to have not really a look, but like a vibe, I guess, about them. I don't really know how to explain it.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. A lot of these modern women don't really have a preference. It's really just entitlement, wearing a full face of makeup. Well, that's my preference. And no, you think that's what you deserve, and you just trying to dress it up. That's what it is.
We're told to chase women 24/7. We got all over the phone all day, all night, and a lot of men are distracted. They're lonely. They want relationships. Relationships are going to be difficult for most men, and so you're basically chasing your tail. So the free agent lifestyle is to get you to put yourself on the path to not segregate yourself from women, which I have to point out to a lot of guys. People thought I was just saying get away from women. No, you fix your life first, and then the women are a byproduct of this new life that you created for yourself.
If you are still single and you love Jesus and you're tired of the dating apps, they're not working for you, you can't find anyone at your church or at the gym you go to or just out and about, then you've come to the right page. If you're new here, I run a Christian matchmaking service in which I help people around the country find their person. And now I'm talking specifically to the Dallas-Fort Worth people because I have so many amazing men and women of God who love Jesus and are ready to find their person. So if you are interested in learning more about the matchmaking service or in being matched with someone that I am currently working with in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, then DM me the word Dallas and I'll send you all the information.
You see, for both young and old men, a lot of them are deciding that the chaos, the noise, the drama, the nonsense really isn't worth it. And they're choosing peace instead of whatever modern women have going on.
Please do not address me as a strong, independent black woman. It's not a compliment. I never hear a man that is raising children alone say, I'm mom and dad. He never becomes overly feminine because he's raising children. But we as women become overly masculine because we are raising children, because I'm mom and dad and I gotta do all these things, right? And now I put extra stuff on me and then I say, ain't nobody helping me. Well, nobody told you to do that. There is help available, all because I was trying to overcompensate for what daddy wasn't doing. I didn't have to be mom and dad, because when you think of something strong, you do not think of coming to the aid of it. So when we are looked at and walk around as strong, what we're putting out is, I do not need assistance. I don't need your help. So anytime a man says, oh, I love it, you're so strong, I said, no, I'm not strong. I'm resilient. I'm not independent. I'm interdependent. Because nobody ever comes to the aid of the strong person.
Listen, your girl haven't been on a date in a minute, but if I do ended up going on a date with somebody, and the questions of, oh, how would you like your man to be, and how would you like to be treated, what is your standard, you know what I'm gonna do? I will show them my DMs. Because you know what? Muhammad from the Middle East want to get me a car. A Corvette? What? Chris over here want to get me a Chanel bag. Like, men's in my DM want to feed me daily. And they in my stories and my posts, liking, loving, supporting. Words of encouragement. Daily. Babe, these men is outdoing you. We gotta step up our games. Babes.
You know, modern women, their attitude is so bad, they get into this back and forth where guys just stop. Oh, don't worry about it, you got it. And then they move. Oh, what happened to why he move on? Because all of this nonsense that you got going on, that's gonna be the end of it. I don't have time for it.
Just back from a walk with my friend Holly. She's always enlightening. Anyway, she had some very interesting information on where to find single men. Just before I let you know what that is, you should know that she has some serious cred. 3 weddings and a funeral. So, here's Holly.
Where do you think the best place to meet a guy is?
Produce section, Whole Foods, 5 o'clock. Don't get there at 3. They're not there. 5. Gorgeous guys all come in, have no idea how to get a mango and cantaloupe or a piece of cheese. So go there, hang around, and you'll meet a ton of gorgeous men.
Not that I'm looking to meet a guy. Oh, I've got to go. It's 10 to 5. And, well, you know, places to go. People to meet.
And with no host. Where are you? What are you?
Gym, working, taking care of responsibilities and priorities, possibly building businesses, trying to leave behind a legacy, building the life that they want so they can establish the future necessary. And some of them are even so lost that they're kind of just trying to figure out what to do with their life. But a vast majority of the good men out there who don't have any hoes, they're just doing life. And they're trying to do everything possible that they can in order to have a better quality of life so that way they can have the future that they desire. And I would bet that every day that you go out, you probably pass one of those dudes. But they in their lane, with their head down, minding their business, grinding and doing their thing because they don't want to waste time or play games. And I would say a vast majority are probably waiting to find the right quality of woman to invest into because, like I said, they're tired of games.
But the one thing that modern women continue to try to do is they continue to try to tell a man, well, my friend's doing it. This person is doing that. That person is doing this. My ex used to do. I don't care nothing about your ex. You're not with him no more. All of this stuff is manipulation. All of this stuff is trying to move you in the direction that they want you to be in.
Why is the entire red pill more focused on shaming men and women back into traditional roles versus liberating men from being traditional?
Why do they want to do that? That's a great question. I would say that
because men want women to do all the stuff that we used to do a long time ago, and they need to do the stuff that they used to do a long time ago.
But are women willing to do the things that they used to do a long time ago?
Not a lot of these. No.
So then why should men be held to a traditional standard?
I guess they should not. Let me go back. They shouldn't.
I would say I believe it's because it's most beneficial for them to have us in those roles as opposed to having us, in the words of being liberated. I'd say that that's not what they want. So they want to keep us in a traditional role, feeling shame, things of that nature.
Well, traditional roles are probably better for men and women because it seems like women have fallen apart. They try to be the men, and it's not working out.
And this type of, controlling nature that modern women have, even though they try to keep it subtle, it really turns a man off. It's something that men are frustrated with. You just try everything that you say is right and everything that I say is wrong. Everything that you do is right and everything that I do is wrong.
When he was hanging out with the fellas, you called him, you didn't feel good. He stopped what he was doing and came to see about you. And on his way home from work, he checks in to make sure you don't need anything so he can drop it off at your house before he goes home. And when he goes grocery shopping for his house, he makes sure he hooks you up too. He's working 2.5 jobs, saving for a wedding that you want. When he could have dropped one of those jobs, went to the Justice of the Peace, and continued saving for the house that he wanted to get, for the wife that he will soon have. And you did nothing but show him how ungrateful you are, calling him lazy because he didn't feel like going out this weekend. Baby, really? And now your feelings are hurt because he stood his ground? Because he didn't cave? Because he put getting his rest before going to hang out? Shouldn't you be happy that you have a man with common sense, who sets standards, boundaries, who takes care of himself, and who knows when enough is enough and it's time to rest? He's not lazy, and you're being selfish.
3 reasons why a man will ignore you. Number 1, sadly, if he does something wrong, he does not want to admit to it. So he will just ignore you and try to do anything but talk to you so that you can hold him accountable for it. So that's how you know. Number 2, when he thinks that you are out of his league, when he thinks that he has no chance with you whatsoever, he will just ignore you because he doesn't want to get his ego hurt or his ego bumped from not getting you and trying to get you, so he will just ignore you. So if he thinks he has 0 chance, he's gone. And number 3, when you hurt him, a guy will never say to you, "You hurt me, you hurt my feelings." So he will literally just not respond if you hurt those feelings. They don't want to say it. They will do anything but say it and admit to that. So if he does admit to it and he does say you hurt his feelings, he is a mature, grown man, and keep that man.
Modern women, and sometimes they have rosters and they do this with their rosters. They get a good man on the hook, but then I see this man over here. I see this guy over here. And, I want this man. And this type of back and forth, and well, maybe this, and maybe I'll do that. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't have the option. Y'all don't have the time that you think you do. Going back and forth instead of just messing around with the good man. You wasting your time, bro.
What's going on here?
You don't tell me what the to do no more, bro. Fuck no. Look at this crazy. Stop! Stop! I'll be chill the fuck out, bro. Bro, what the fuck? Really, bro? Really?
Business, okay?
Chill! Chill, bro. Allie, chill, bro. Chill the fuck out, bro. Really? Chill, bro. Get away. Get off me, bro. Get off me, bro. Chill.
You got to stay away from this guy's peace.
What do you mean? Oh my God.
Anytime you ever hear about family annihilators, for those of you who don't know what that is, that's men who just come home one day and their wife and kids. When they get to the bottom of why, a lot of them are like, well, I lost my job or something happened and they couldn't provide anymore. And they felt like such a failure as a man. According to the patriarchy, they are a failure because you, The patriarchy says you have to be a provider.
Patriarchy hurts men.
Yeah, this is exactly how it hurts men.
It's the patriarchy that's unleashing all these demons on men.
Absolutely. Literally every single demon goes back to the patriarchy. When we talk about how the patriarchy hurts women, but it also hurts men, this is how. Because they're setting men up to have all these unrealistic expectations and standards. And I say unrealistic because it's like every man is not going to be a top dog. There's always going to be some people in the middle, and there's always going to be a bunch of them at the bottom. They're all clamoring for the same spot that they'll never get. And so it's just going to be chaos because of that. You're going to lose a lot of men along the way. A lot of men are going to go to prison. A lot of men are going to just turn their anger towards women. A lot of men are going to be incels and not talk to anybody. I mean, because of all that chaos.
This is exactly the type of woman I have been warning you about. Stay far, far away. Flesh and bone. She crawled out of the gutter and into my inbox with this masterpiece while following me at the same time. You cannot make this up. Here's what she sent me. You're chopped as and you're thirsty as desperate for male attention and validation. Use some sunscreen or get some Botox. Do you even have any female friends? Because you're definitely not for the girls, stupid. That is straight out of the Bitter Single Mom Handbook. Overly edited profile pictures, lips blown up like balloons, Botox leaking out of her forehead, and she's telling me to get Botox? The delusion is off the charts. This is projection in its purest form. Angry, jealous, miserable women who cannot stand to see another woman win. She is so full of rage, she has to unload it on a stranger online. Imagine how she'll treat you. Fellas, listen closely. This is the kind of woman who will slash your tires, set your clothes on fire, punch herself in the face, then call the cops and try to get you arrested for. She doesn't need love. She needs a exorcism. This is not a red flag. This is a biohazard warning. Stay clear or she will drag you straight to with her.
Some women never get asked the question, what do you bring to the table? Or are you submissive? Or I wish you were more feminine. Some women are never asked those questions because they choose men that lead, that have a purpose. Because those kinds of men exude the kind of confidence to where he can spot the kind of energy that he's attracted to. So no, people don't ask me what I bring to the table, or are you feminine? Are you submissive? Because I exude that kind of energy in a man's presence. So who y'all be talking to where y'all gotta ask these kinds of questions? There's probably them kind of women who y'all be asking to approach y'all and ask y'all on dates, and then you wonder why they not feminine, they more masculine. You wanted that, Mr. Ask me first. Ask me for my number. Approach me. I don't know. Y'all let me know what it seems like.
How many of you identify as strong, independent women where you got your own back and you are going for it and you are paying all the bills and you are doing all the things? Most women raised their hands, right? We had a lot of strong, independent women in the room. Beautiful. Yes, I identify as that too, right? I said, now put your hands up if you're tired. All of them put their hand up. Said, now put your hand up if you just want to be held. Everyone put their hand up. Like, now put your hand up if you want to just relinquish a little bit of that because you just don't want to hold it all anymore and you want somebody to come and hold you. Hands up. So what that points to is that we have been conditioned to praise and celebrate success and independence and I got me as the solve for happiness. But if we actually check in and tune in with our bodies, the answer lies there. So if your body is saying that that's working, great. But if your body is telling you a different story, it's time to tune in and take some accountability there. And I think a lot of women, like burnout in women is at its highest it's ever been. And like I said, it's not an either or. You get to have both, but where it comes from is different.
How to Meet a Man Organically Part 2. One is about how to meet a man at a restaurant or a bar. So when I say restaurant, I mean sitting at the bar of a restaurant, which is different than a bar. Go in, I scout the bar. I look, is there anyone that I'm interested in? If I am, I try to get as close in proximity to him as I possibly can. If I can sit right next to him, awesome. If I have to be a few chairs over, okay, I can make that work too. If he's sitting next to me, that is easy. I just ask a question. I say something like, what are you drinking? That looks delicious. I don't care if it looks disgusting. I'm just trying to talk to the guy. Or if I'm trying to order some food, I'll look at the menu and I'll look at him and go, oh, what's good here? I might be to the restaurant 100 times. It doesn't matter. Something, an opening to engage in conversation. Now, if the guy is a few chairs over or even at the very end of the bar, this is where it's take a little bit more courage, but I know you can do it. I believe in you. I look right at him and I'll smile and do this. A little smile and a wave. It lets him know that I see you and I'm interested. Think about it. If you don't try, you're not going to talk to him anyway. Okay, and you want to hear the boldest thing I've actually done, and it worked, is I walked right up to a man and I just said, hi, I'm Rachel. That's it. I just walked up and said, hi, I'm Rachel. And the guy talked for 10 minutes straight. Like, he just talked nonstop. And guess what? Then we had brunch that Sunday. I'm telling you, you just have to give like a little something. Like, don't go the whole way. Don't say everything. Don't do it all. You're not handing him everything on a silver platter, but just give him a little crack to say something to you. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And then let them do the rest.
But I just feel like, I don't know, you know, some women nowadays, they just want to feel secure. Women are just tired of being independent. You know,
Pop that shit. I want to hear
we
your
always
opinion.
doing that. Sometimes we want to feel like safe, be vulnerable and stuff like that. We can't do that sometimes because we just so used to being so strong, you know, hiding that.
That sounds like a man. That's how we feel. We feel like being strong.
Well, in a relationship,
strong. No, wait. No, because that's what I'm saying. Listen, wait, before y'all get to let me get my point out. You saying, why you gotta be strong for it? That's what you get the man for.
That's how that's how some women are raised.
I understand that, but guess what? If you want better, right, you gotta change your ways. You gotta trust the man. A man can come in and be like, oh, I love out this
You
girl.
gotta lead first, though.
But yeah, what's leading?
Hold on.
No. Wait, designer, wait. What is leading? I want all y'all to elaborate that on y'all own way. What's leading? Tell me what leading is. Y'all not men. Y'all not men. So what's leading? I want to know.
Leading is guidance.
Then you tell me you don't know what you're talking about. You don't do no makeup.
If you can't be there when I need you to be there without me asking you to be there, then what are you here for?
Right.
Period. What are you here for?
I'm gonna lie to y'all. When you start intentionally dating, the men who are also intentionally dating are straight, baby. Don't think you're the only one coming with what you're not going for, your deal breakers, because they are on the same tip. Dating this guy, like, he does not play that aggressive stuff, like arguing or like, you know how you were when you were younger, you know, little crash out. He don't play crash out. Crash out, you're out.
See, this is what they be talking about when they talk about women having their stuff together too. You can't be the only one with standards and requirements and high value and not expect a man to do the same. This is one of the reasons why I will stress the emphasis on developing yourself as a woman so you are prepared for the exact man that you are calling in. It's one thing for you to have the requirement of desiring a good man. It's another thing for you to become the woman who is prepared to receive a good man. So yes, he's going to come with boundaries. Yes, he's not going to deal with your Yes, he is going to want you to be in control of your emotions. He's not going to tolerate you crashing out, calling excessively, so on and so forth. Those are behaviors of unhealthy men. That y'all think is cute when you blowing a man's phone up, you popping up at his house and doing all kind of crazy. That is not cute to a healthy man. A healthy man is not going to look at your excessive behavior and think, she likes me. He's going to think you're a liability and he is going to cut your off because he has sense. So, decide what type of man you want. Do you want the one that's a headache, who likes the fact that you act irrational? Or do you want the man who is calm, cool, collected, has his head on straight, and if you around, you're going to find out. Give me the one with standards.
despite what they say, there's nothing more disgusting to women than you chasing them. All that begging, crying, pleading.
Unless you playing that game because you know you gonna come. Because women go in and out of the personality.
Yeah. So yeah, when she playing the game,
yes.
like I'm trying to get this reaction out of you.
Yes.
Then for sure.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
She's wet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when that lights go off, get your police.
Yeah.
Get this away.
Done for real.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can do is try to keep pushing. As a matter of fact, you'll stand a better chance of getting her back by just agreeing with her, and just giving her that distance, no contact. All right, bye. Yeah, and then she see that you living your life and you happy.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
you have a.
I would say spinning a block.
I would say in my experience, you have like an 80% chance of getting her back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 95 if you want her back.
Yeah, if you want her back.
If you want her back.
Yeah. Accept the breakup. Yeah. No contact and go live your life. Yeah. She coming back.
Yeah. And then go switch it on you like you ain't even care.
Yeah. You ain't even
cut back.
Yeah. But if you make it seem like I'm lost without you, you're. She gonna drag you.
Oh yeah,
she gonna drag you.
Your
She's
head.
gonna get disgusted by you. Each message, each call, each side.
Yes.
I experienced that one time. She was just talking to me, and I was just like, "Yo, who the f you talking to? Like, my nigga, like, yo, what the fuck is it? What are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?" After that conversation, I just deaded it. Right, just went straight cold turkey. And what do you know?
Of course,
spin the block, my boy. It's always worked for me like that.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because other niggas dropped them on their head. All right, let me go back to Old Faithful, see if you're still there.
And that's what it be, bro. Yeah. When you start acting with, it's another I'm going.
Yeah, it's another nigga.
All right, I'll let you.
Yeah.
Like, anytime women start acting funny, I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. They gonna lie and be like, whatever. Yeah. It's another That's when they start acting funny. That's when they start acting cold and different. All the type of shit. Go be with that nigga.
Thing everybody likes to say is people have options. Everybody has options. But I want you to try something in real life. Say it out loud in front of the actual human being. Yes, she's one of my options. Watch that whole room freeze over because the word only works at a distance. The second it touches a real person, it just sounds wrong. And that's your first signal about it. Because if a concept cannot survive contact with the situation it describes, it's probably not describing reality. It's describing a model people invented. And people say they have options because they're interested in a lot of people. That's like saying you cook dinner because you open the fridge a lot. Looking at the food is not the same as cooking it.
Hi, little bro, you're doing too much. It's not that complex. And this is what happens when people's thoughts are tangential instead of linear and logical. He's conflating a few ideas and also equivocating on the word option to fit his statements, meaning he's just making a logical fallacy and changing the definition of the word option to mean whatever he wants it to mean. Now, the definition of the word option simply means a thing that is or may be chosen. Now, if you're lying or telling the truth, that does not negate the fact that it's still an option. Now, some men value is high enough and they can afford to tell the woman the truth where the woman will not disqualify him. Other men are losers and they got to lie to women in order to maintain that woman to be an option. Women, on the other hand, they got guys in a friend zone for 10 to 20 years and that dude is a dork sitting in friend zone waiting as an option to be her mate. Options is a thing. He's talking as if it's relative and people really ain't got options. No, people got options. Maybe you ain't got no options. There's relationship options. There's options for different people. And if you're a woman, you even got a free dinner date option. Now, I do debate nights every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I debunk weird ideologies like this.
One thing about modern women is, they can't be trusted. So a man is looking for, he's looking for honesty. He's looking for somebody to say, well, my bad. Well, really, honestly and truly, accountability. But can I trust you to be accountable? Can I trust you to be responsible? And it doesn't always mean cheating. Sometimes it's, if there was something that you did, I'm trusting you. I'm believing. I'm trusting that you're a good person and that you're going to apologize. So that's my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Let me make it up to you, or, it won't happen again, or do my best not to do it again. Modern women will go around all of that, not do any of it, and keep on moving like they never did anything wrong.